What up, everyone? Welcome back to the Nikki and Brie Show.
And guess where we're at?
Las Vegas.
You know it, baby.
And you know what's so cool about being at SiriusXM Studios here at the Wynn in Las Vegas is that we get a live crowd.
Yes.
That's right.
Hello.
So as people are walking by, heading to the slots, the buffets, or just here to tune in to watch us, they get to actually hear us. That's pretty cool.
I know. What a way to start your
I
day.
know. And this is going to be a lot different than when we were here for Garth Brooks and George Strait, Brie, because last time we showed up buzzed, and I think we continued to drink. And then we put mom in the hot seat.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, but this is a little different because not only is it early in the morning, but this is a special day for us.
It's a special weekend.
It's a special weekend. It's WrestleMania week, but we have 3 incredible guests today.
We're lucky.
We're very lucky.
I know. Lady Luck. Look at that.
Lady Luck. And even though Brie and I would love to just catch you up so far on our past day and a half, we're going to wait for that because we already have our first guest. We had to kick off the show in an incredible way. She's already in the seat, and I don't want to waste any time.
No.
I want to just bring her on. She's a champion of champions. I feel like if I name all the championships she's won, I might get it wrong. A 2 times tag team women's champ, a Raw women's champ, and
SmackDown, undisputed champion, disputed champion, every single champion you can think of.
By the way, we really need to get those right.
Yeah,
Or we're
we
going to
will.
get trolled even more online.
Good. Troll us. Troll me.
us.
Please.
All right, everyone, please welcome the one and only Nia Jax to the Nikki and Brie Show.
Oh, yes.
Look at
San
that.
Diego in the house.
I mean,
Oh, yes.
right?
Esky girls.
That's
Do
right.
you know? I mean, look at what San Diego births.
Hello.
How- I
Which
mean-
4 hours away from here.
How
I've spent plenty of
nice.
times here in Vegas.
Oh my
It
gosh.
was too easy.
Yeah.
Especially when Southwest Airlines was like $29
Exactly.
for one way. It's just you jumped on,
Like a
you came
30-minute
here.
flight. You're like,
Can you
Let's go.
tell?
And do
Can
you
you tell
remember-
Nia your first kind of Vegas experience where I almost wanted to give up on you as a sister? When
please
you were a
do.
waitress, spent all your money, thought you were going to
Okay.
come here and win big.
Well, I mean, who knew? But like,
wow.
Southwest, $29, cha-ching. And then it was, do you remember the time where you could actually bring on alcohol? I just remember that flight, people were popping bottles
Yeah.
of stuff and we were drinking. So then I go to the blackjack table and I put $20 down and I lost it. And I go over to Brie and I'm like really upset. And she's like, what's wrong? And I go, that's all
No,
the money.
girl. I wasn't on the
Oh,
trip.
no, you were
'cause
on
I
the trip. It was
smart.
Jamie.
I was working.
It was my friend Jamie because she was the same. And that was all the money we had
$20.
left
was
to our
it.
names.
So guess who had to pay the utilities bill that
Oh.
month?
Oh, but
Reliable sister Brie.
No,
you know?
I ended up. No, I mean we had some money left, but I'm not going to tell that full story. I'll share the rest with you later. I mean, I didn't do anything illegal, and I wasn't a prostitute. I got a bunch of chips from people, and then I won big.
Do you know there was a thing, SDSU girls on the weekends would take the Southwest
Yeah.
flight, come here, strip, make a crap ton of money, and then go back for school on Monday.
Yeah,
Like, that was
I
a thing.
remember hearing that.
Yeah. In San Diego State, the girls would be like, that's how they were paying their tuition. Like,
And here I
Right.
went to Tijuana to party. I did it all wrong.
TJ, hey,
Right. We don't need Brie Mode on the pool. That's for sure.
I know. Well, hey, I think I would have made a lot of money, but I was
Stripping?
conservative at that time.
Yeah.
Well, stripping? Of course you would.
You know?
Yes.
Shook what my mama gave me.
Yeah. But Nia, we got to talk about the incredible year you have. I mean, you've had such incredible career, but this past year,
You've shined.
yeah, you have held up that women's division. You've done incredible. I'll admit, I'm sad we're not seeing you this weekend.
Me too.
I selfishly am like, you should be in a match, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
But how has it felt just this past year?
You know, the year that I've had, it's crazy because it's gone by in a blur. You know, it's just so busy, but I've had the most fun I've ever had this year just wrestling. You know, I came back with a different like mindset and kind of just like not giving a fuck. Like, let's just go do what I can do what I do best, you know, just be me. And then I love the fact that I'm coming back to a different division as well. Like we have such younger talent coming up, and then it gives me a chance to like experiment with what I know and like show different like sides of Nia Jax. And so I've been having a blast, to be fair.
I
like,
love that.
you know, missing out on WrestleMania sucks, but at the end of the day, I can sit back and be like, I helped this. Like I helped
You did.
build this. So
Well, and how does it feel now being in the locker room as like a locker room leader? Is it different?
you know, it's funny because I didn't mean to be a locker room leader, but I think because like I sit here, I'm like, I'm still 25. My government age isn't what I really am.
Right?
I feel the same.
Right. But it's like they're younger girls and they have advice. And I'm like, oh yeah, I've been through this, and we've, tours and like random matches and like people that you don't get along with, like I'm able to give them advice. I'm like, this is cool. Like it's a lot more fun. And I really enjoy it. I realize that I enjoy being a helper, like more than being in the spotlight. If that
totally.
That's great. What's like the number one question, like the girls, sorry, I'll let you speak after. I know we're twins. We like talk at the same time, but what's like the number one thing that the girls come to you for?
Like I know that sometimes, bookings, like, how like you're not on the show and they want to make sure that they don't, like everybody's nervous. So like, oh my gosh, I haven't wrestled or been on TV in a little bit. And I'm just like, listen, I'll tell you this, there's been a time where I'm always on TV and there's been a time when I haven't been on TV. But what you don't want to do is get caught up in the negative. Like you have to just keep doing you and experimenting and trying different things and different looks. And then one day it's going to hit, because what's meant for you is going to happen for you. So don't get caught up in like, I'm jealous of her or she's getting this. And that's mostly how it is. Like where, sometimes somebody gets a push, and I've been here for a lot longer, and it's like, it's just not your time yet. Sometimes you kind of have to sit a little bit and like marinate. And then all of a sudden one day you're just on everything, and you're going to be like, holy crap, how did I get here?
Totally.
Right.
And I completely agree with you, because that's just like entertainment in a whole, right? Sometimes it's your character's time or it's your time, and then you need to have what you use that equity. You need to now put someone else up, and then you'll come back around. Your character
always
needs to
comes
take
back around.
a little bit of a break, and you reinvent yourself.
Yep.
And that's what keeps you going for such a long time. And you're right, some people get then caught up, like either want to leave or do all these different things because it's not about
on Twitter.
them.
Yeah.
Well, just a bunch of different stuff. And I agree. It's like, no, how now with the equity I just got, how can I help? And to go back to your point with helping and seeing, especially Tiffany versus Charlotte this Saturday, you put that path there. You built that road this past year, and that's Tiffany's going in with such great equity because of the work you guys have been doing for a little over a year, right?
Yeah, she her I think technically debut was at last year's Royal Rumble. And then she was on the road with us like every tour, every live event. Like she really put in the work, and I really like. We had a trip to Australia. It was a 20-hour flight, and she was just sitting by herself, and she's just really quiet. And so I just sat next to her because I could tell, like, it's intimidating. Everybody has their cliques and stuff. So I sat next to her for 20 hours on a flight, and then totally hit it off with her because I'm 25 too. Like, and then she was like talking about Total Divas, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. What's weird? I felt like it was like a different lifetime.
Oh, I did.
Like, when she was bringing up stuff, I'm like, oh my gosh, I did that. Oh, I said that. I'm like,
I know.
Sometimes I'm like, gosh, some of the shit I said, keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
But no, she's very coachable.
Yeah.
She's really good at taking criticism and taking like any kind of like help. She always wants to like do better. So we had fun. It was, Naomi, Bailey, me, we were really like, cause she was on our brand, and we just kind of like we called her our little baby,
Oh, I love that.
I love that.
Well, and because you became such a force to be reckoned with this past like year and a half, you helped me have such a great moment at WrestleMania or at Royal Rumble, by the way. And my number 30 moment wouldn't have been as big if it wasn't for you.
Oh, I got
Get out of here.
It's so true, because how you finished what you guys were doing in the ring, and you were standing there strong, and then my music hit. If anyone else was standing there, I don't think it would have been as big.
Yeah. You
So
just
that
gave me
was
goosebumps.
like, oh, but so thank you,
so
because you really helped me have that moment, and that was such a cool moment.
It was so
Even though
cool.
Buddy,
I know.
you got to
I
watch
know.
out. If Buddy sees you,
Buddy's
he's
mad
coming
at you.
for you.
Brady's going to beat me up, and you know what? I'll take it. I'll take the fall
Do
for
you know
sure.
he still watches all the time, hoping that the finish will change, like hoping that you don't throw me out.
No.
He literally
That is
every
the cutest
day
thing
he'll ask
ever.
Brian
So
and I,
cute.
can I watch Royal Rumble? And I'm always like, oh, again, okay. And like,
He's like, I think I know everyone's numbers by heart.
Right.
That came out.
I mean, it's wild, but he'll always like ask like, well, why did Nia do that to Dodo? And I'm like, I need to make you a video one time. I need a buddy to cut a promo on you.
I swear, I can't wait to meet him.
And I love it because Mateo looks at female wrestlers and they're just wrestlers. And then when I show him the men, he goes, those aren't wrestlers. And I'm like, I love that you say that. They are.
I think we need to dive into Total Divas.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So our listeners, they have been with us since Total Divas and continued all the way through. What's something with Total Divas that you wish aired that you filmed? Because let's be honest, only 20% made it to television. So there was so much that we all did, like a whole Palm Springs trip that never made air.
Yeah.
But is there anything you filmed or, like something you showcased with Total Divas that they didn't show that you wish made air?
I'm trying to think. I think
know,
pretty
but it was
much
so long
everything.
ago.
I know. Everything that we filmed, I'm pretty sure aired. Because I was always like,
How fun was the dance?
oh my gosh, the dance was so much fun.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about
and
that.
Brian
Miami.
Nicole said hi. I know I was texting you and telling you.
She's awesome. No, I feel like everything we did aired, like oh my gosh, the Tahoe night where you, me, and Paige where Brie Mode was in full Brie mode with
Full
like my
Brie mode.
bra on top of her head.
Oh my
like,
God. That like Tahoe trip though was magical.
It was magical.
No, it was a good
my
time. I
fave.
don't think there was anything that I can think of that I'm like, oh, I filmed it and like it didn't air. Like everything pretty much aired.
Is there anything you wish you showcased, like looking at yourself now and thinking like, oh, I wish I showed this more? Like, for example, I feel like, does everyone know how you're all natural? Like how everything you do? Because Nicole will be like, okay, so this is the makeup Nia wears. The whole, like she was like going through, and I go, wait, Nia, I didn't know Nia was like this.
So I've actually like, that's something I've grown into like over the last few years, like, because I've been more, you're not gonna love this, but I've been more carnivore. Like I'm more of a carnivore now.
I like it.
Yeah, I have a farm, and so I have animals, and like we have our chickens, so we get to have our own eggs, and like, and then I realized like being a woman, like a lot of hormones, like issues, and a lot of it was just because there's so many chemicals in certain things. So I always like to clean it up. I'm always telling my mom like do this and do that. So I'm all like,
Mom's like,
Moms
it's
are
a
here,
long list.
There is a long list, but like it is something that like I hate being so preachy with people. I'm like, try this and do that, and like this is a supplement you should use. But I've grown into that and realized that like you really have to take control of your health that way, because we're always sitting here like consuming, and you don't really realize what you're consuming. You're consuming a lot of chemicals and a lot of stuff that's disrupting your hormones, and females especially suffer really bad from like hormone disruptors and like your hair products and your makeup and your skincare and even clothes. Like, so that is something that I've grown into now. So maybe, I don't know. I feel like I'm so boring now.
No, you're
People will
not.
be like, don't even. They're like coffee break, bathroom break.
Well, how about dating life?
Nothing.
No.
My mom's laughing over here.
She's like, I'm trying.
We didn't make you the next
Okay, why don't?
Bachelorette.
Would you ever?
No. Oh my
Would you ever go on like? Is it Raya? Raya.
Oh, Raya.
Raya.
Have you been on that dating app?
You know what? There was a time where the girls were all getting into it. I think it was like Becky and Charlotte, and like they were all like on Raya, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll try it. And then I got waitlisted.
What?
Yeah, it was back when they were like super like very
Super
strict.
Okay, well, you need to try again.
And then I was like, okay, well, that's a sign.
because we were on Kristen Cavallari's show, and she was telling she's on it, and she had like 2 dates lined up. Yeah.
Wait, is somebody else on it?
Well, I'm trying to get her on it.
Somebody else on it?
I'm
Speaking
trying
of
to.
dating.
I don't. You know what's funny is I don't know if I could do a dating app. Like I feel like
Why?
I'm kind of like you.
Yeah.
I'm not a big dater, and so being like single now, it's like it's just weird to think of like meeting someone on an app and then showing up and meeting them for the first time. Like, hi, I'm
Yeah.
Nicole. Nice to meet you. I don't know.
Genuine connections are something that like I would prefer, and I don't know, a dating app I tried like a couple times, like then one person didn't believe it was me, and then it was just like it's awkward.
Totally.
And then
And what are their
I don't know.
intentions? It's
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's hard being a woman in the spotlight with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I tried having a friend do it for me just to make it like, and she was just like, this is awkward. Like
So
she felt awkward for it.
This friend will do it.
Bree's gonna
Let me.
do it.
I got to really think about this.
I mean, I would
Little
be
matchmaker Brie.
interested, to know who would roll in. I mean, look, if Channing Tatum goes back on, like, I'll join.
Oh my gosh, yes. Nicole and
I
Channing.
mean,
You know?
do you guys think he's gonna be at Magic Mike this weekend?
no, I don't think he is.
Maybe
But
he should be. Maybe he should
I
come to
mean,
WrestleMania.
please.
But
Well,
by
isn't
the-
Tom Brady coming to Mania? That's what I
Oh,
heard.
is he?
Oh, really? He's
Nicole.
single, right?
Isn't he?
Yeah,
Think so,
but
I feel like he's into supermodels.
You are a supermodel. What are you talking
You
about?
know, but like,
he's a little too pretty. right now?
He's Botox to the max.
You know what I mean?
Homeboy, like
we like
that's
rough,
one thing
we
I
like
don't-
football players.
So that's another reason. Like, okay, let's just be honest. Guys nowadays, to me, like I like a man. Like I want a man who knows how to
Yes.
build things and like use their hands. It's just hard. Like when I know a guy's like, well, I'm gonna go get some Botox and like go get some new veneers. I'm like,
No.
that does nothing for me. Like you're not turning me on.
You just
No.
close the
You
shop.
you shut it down. You know, like
Turned into a desert.
Yeah,
See
like-
bye.
I, you know, and I'm in an industry where there are manly men and I have like manly men in my life. So it's kind of hard for me to be like, this guy gets more Botox than I don't get Botox. You get Botox. And now, back to the natural thing, Botox. I realized it was like totally fucking with me.
Really?
Like my face, I just didn't like the way I looked.
Yes.
And
Okay,
like the
yeah,
fillers, like when like I would get fillers and then I would see a picture of myself and I'd see like this, it just wasn't me.
Yeah.
And
See, I've never done fillers.
So I stopped doing that, and then I started just doing like facial massages and a lot of lymphatic drainage in my face. And I
Wow.
feel like I look younger now than I did back when I was doing all that stuff.
Totally.
See,
Yeah.
I love that.
So
I want to stop with the Botox too. So I do it once a year, but this last time I did it, I just do not like the
Kinda
way.
effed with your brows a little bit, you felt.
No, not my brows, but more here because it was the first time they ever put a little bit here.
Yeah.
And I felt like my smile was different and it made my face different. I'm like, ooh, I don't like me with Botox. I'd rather look older. But it just kind of messed me up because at the Rumble, that lighting, whoever took the main photo of me, it looks like there's a grandma filter on me.
No, I feel like you
was
think
like,
that. I don't think
I
that.
know.
And then everyone's
I
talking, I go,
agree.
I swear I don't
No.
look like that. I'm like, so I went and got Botox.
No.
Because that like messed me up. I was like,
Shit.
I was feeling good till I saw that. And then I was like, shit, girl, you look like you're like 55.
But also wrestling
not.
photos, it's action. So like,
And the overhead
just
lighting
different.
too.
Yes.
Sometimes like it catches like I have like deep set eyes. Sometimes my shadow like
Yeah,
it
it's
won't
not
be good.
complimentary.
No.
That is
No.
and it like also the lighting, like I feel like just kind of erases your muscles. I'm like, I swear it was like there's a little more like heads. Don't look like
You
it.
looked
but-
incredible. Are you
Well,
kidding me?
thank you.
Seriously, you killed it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I felt it good inside. It's just I like the days where we didn't have to like look at ourselves with all the photos. And,
Well, social media just doesn't. That's why I
my
turned my tag
gosh.
pictures off. Like, I'm not.
Actually,
I'm not
that's
letting people see my
smart.
tags. Are you kidding me? It's a horrible picture of me.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I didn't
actually
even think
smart.
about that.
Yeah.
I
A
was
lot of
wondering,
people are doing that.
A lot of people are doing that. And I was wondering why. I didn't know if it was like I don't know. I never knew why people
And like
do that.
sometimes, like nowadays, people can like capture you walking somewhere like in the worst look, and like they're tagging you. I'm just like, no, I'll
Yeah.
keep those for myself. Not everybody needs to see that.
Yeah, and I also get
Totally.
tagged in like photos that aren't me.
Yeah.
They're very racy, and I'm like,
Well, I should probably do that in case I start making out with people in public.
Will
I'm just kidding.
Like you haven't yet?
I don't know. You're giggling over there with
You
like
haven't
a
yet?
smirk.
Excuse me. But yeah, honestly, I've loved.
love
if you ever
it.
do, I do like facial massages. Like
I need
Okay,
that.
I need
And
that.
I
It's-
used to do.
yeah.
Remember
No, you were going to that
So-
one guy.
the gua sha and stuff like that.
I don't even know
Is
what
it
his
do you
title.
do? I hear acupuncture really helps.
There's
too.
acupuncture stuff that does really like the dry needling in your face actually
Yeah.
really helps too.
So this guy would get like the bigger needles. It was like acupuncture, but they would like puncture you really hard so you bleed.
Yeah. Oh.
And then they would put cupping on it, and then they would almost like it felt like an ART on your face. But I would look so young after. I'm trying to think what it was called. There was one guy I'd go to in Venice Beach, and then another one who would come to my place when I was in LA. And I'm like, why isn't this anywhere else? But I remember he would make me look so crazy young. And I'm like, this is all I need. I just need this guy. And even though it was so painful, but
It's like it's blood flow and drainage in your face because that's what they
Yes.
say. Like it's like your muscles get tense and like we don't like massage it out.
yeah.
And like the Botox will just numb it and so it won't move. But
Yeah.
over time, when you constantly have Botox and filler over time, like your muscles aren't working, so your face starts to droop.
Oh.
And then people are like, oh, well, then I need to get like a facelift. I
Oh
need
my
to get this, and I get in like. That's
I
literally what
hear-
happens when you do too much of that. If
Yeah.
you look at like,
I'm glad I'm not into that.
yeah, sorry. So if you're listening, ladies,
Yeah.
But
Don't you dare
honestly,
do it.
Don't do it.
well, my mom was, because stuff with her brain and all that, but she was talking to the doctor and he's like, I have more young people coming in for facelifts than ever. Young.
Yeah,
like,
no.
We're talking
because
early
now they're draining
30s.
their fillers, and like
yeah,
you said, their
it's-
skin is
it's-
stretched.
It's
That's
a thing. Like
scary.
even when I like some of the, I'm not gonna say any names, but I'm just like, dang, you're so young. Like you've already had this much Like what?
No.
It's an addiction. It's because it's a trend and it's like an addiction.
Well, it's also looking on your phone and social media.
You know what I mean?
That's what it is.
Okay, well, before we get into some inspiration affirmation.
We need to play a game.
No, well, oh my gosh, we have to play a game.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let's play a game before.
Sorry,
yes.
chit-chatting it up.
No, I love it. I was about to ask you a bunch more
I hate that
questions.
we're on a time crunch because we could be here for like
We're
2
just
hours.
going to have Trin just sit and join
honestly,
us. You know
we
what
should.
I mean?
We really should.
I love the dark Trin. Or Naomi, sorry.
I know.
My favorite.
It's so good.
She's so good.
She's so good. I'm
excited
pumped for their
her
match.
Yeah.
And Tiffany and Charlotte. I can't wait for that.
Yeah. Day 1 of WrestleMania is going to be a good one.
I'm pumped for Saturday's show.
Yeah.
Saturday is a really good night.
It's going to be a good one.
It's like my favorite.
I mean, are you lying to us? Are you going to surprise us? I hope you surprise us.
You better surprise us.
Keep the hope alive, girls. Keep it alive.
Right? There better be some great surprises. It's Mania. This is my one thing with Mania. I wish there was just a way to get everyone involved.
I know.
Because I feel like that's like, I loved when they had
The battle royals and all of it.
yeah, exactly, like the battle royals.
Yeah.
And now with 2 nights, they should do a male one and a female one, or do
an
see everyone.
intergender one. How fun would that be?
Actually, I would love to do that.
would be incredible.
That's a good time.
That's
The
a
guys
good
are so much
time.
fun to work with.
Yeah, so much fun to work with.
Fans
really
would
think
love
that's
it.
yeah.
It would be so fun. It would be such a great way to like start WrestleMania too.
And the fun part for the girls is like we just getting our gear and our look, and even the fans
Yeah,
love. They always like want to tune in to
totally.
see what our look is. It's like
Yes.
everybody wants to be showcased on this, and I get it. It's like it
Right.
is what it is, but it'd be nice if it was all, especially with 2 days.
Or like I always think it's fun when they add lumberjacks, lumberjills, like to matches. Like actually that would have been a great one for Tiffany and Charlotte.
Oh.
But
Actually,
do you know what I mean? That would have been good.
Book it.
WWE, call me. I'll join creative. Which they haven't called. So if you guys want to call, okay. I say we play a fun game called Blind Rankings. So
God, I hate this game.
but it's gonna be good because it's gonna be based on famous Australians. So you'll receive
I love it.
a name in each category, and one by one you have to assign them a ranking without knowing who's coming next.
Okay.
So the minute you give a ranking, and we're gonna do 1 through 5, and then the next name, and you're like,
yeah. Have you been seeing people do this?
I've done this game before and it pisses me off because I'm like, oh, okay, this one. And then I'm like, dang it, no, the spot you want, you know, is taken.
Okay, so here we go. Number 1, Margot Robbie.
Out of 5? Mm-hmm. Ooh, okay, she's a good one though.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put her at 3 then.
Okay,
3. Okay.
You want to say the second one? You just want
Chris Hemsworth.
Ooh.
I know. Thor.
Dang.
I know.
Okay, he's 2.
Okay.
He's up there.
Yeah.
He's my number 1.
Yeah, I bet he is.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Nicole Kidman.
Damn.
I know.
Australia.
I
Bust them
know.
out.
They
Gosh,
produce
she's
well.
such an incredible actress. I've loved her. She doesn't look
I mean,
incredible.
Yeah.
Dang, that must
I
be. That means
know.
there's like better ones coming. Do I put her? Okay, I'll put her at 4 just
4.
because. Dang it.
Okay, next one, Hugh Jackman.
5.
Okay. Then the last one, and he's going to be your number 1.
Has to be.
I think it's good.
Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, wow.
I
Heck
mean,
yes, of course.
Liam.
Yes.
I will say, I feel like in the last year or two, he's kind of outbeat his brother.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I think so.
you know what I like is he has a good range of acting. Like he plays well in those like romantic comedy
Yeah.
feels, and he's so handsome. And then he was amazing in Hunger Games, and so he kind of does the both. Where I look at Chris as just like Thor and macho
Yes.
stuff, but Liam has that soft side to him. He's so freaking sexy.
Hemsworths are very
Hemsworths are
blessed in the
ridiculous,
gene pool.
Honestly, that is the hottest family ever.
They're
really
so
is.
good looking.
And even the older brothers, like, he's super
Very
handsome,
handsome,
too,
yeah.
Funny.
but funny. Like
Yeah.
they look like they have the best family time with their wives and their parents and like everyone around. You could just tell they all love
Good
each other a
energy.
lot. Good energy.
Yeah.
I agree. Dang,
Well, I think
wish-
you did it good.
Thank you.
You actually played it.
I wish-
that was good.
I mean, that's the problem. Like when I play this game, I was like, oh yeah, number 1. And then you're like,
always.
Always.
like dang it.
But it's good. Okay, so before we end this episode, which we're really sad to see you leave, we always like to end our episodes a little inspiration, affirmation. What's like a quote, a motto that you live by?
So it's important to me. No, fuck it. Sorry.
No,
Bucket's good
we
too.
we
Bucket.
say
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice. Dwayne gave it to me one time, and it was always like something that just kind of stuck with me, you know? Like I have, and especially like now, I know that I have affirmations, but like I'm very like deep in my faith. Like, you know, I gave my life over to the Lord, and so I'm always deep in prayer.
Yeah.
Like, so that's always something that I always go to is just prayer before like anything. Wake up, leaving the house, driving, getting out before a match. Like that's always
love
something that,
that.
you know, is very, very important to me.
Yeah.
So
good for you.
yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's so beautiful. And I love the quote about be nice. We actually haven't heard that one yet from someone because it is so important to share that. But when I went through everything, you know, a little bit ago, and I've always had strong faith, but I knew that coming back that I was going to have God and Jesus even more on my platforms and like make sure I showcase that because they held me so tight during like the hardest times. And I'm just like you, like I bring it so much more into my life, like the power of prayer and all the things I do with Mateo and the songs we sing. And it's been fun teaching him about Easter, like leading up. And it's cute because he, you know, always tell me like, Mom, you know, Jesus is my heart. But then he'll go, but where does he come out? And they're like, does he come out of my mouth? I'm like, no, Jesus stays in your
Kids
heart
are so
forever."
literal.
They are. They like think
I
of
love
things,
that.
But
Yeah, my kids
love
right now
that.
are like, so does a big bunny just bounce in our house and leave baskets? And I finally was like, okay, we got to talk about this. There's no big bunny.
No.
You know, I don't need my kids to have nightmares
Yeah,
like big
right.
bunnies like trying to break in.
you gotta
And
know
I'm
what
like
the real meaning of it.
yes.
Yeah.
And so, which
exactly.
is like been really beautiful to watch.
It
I
is
mean, they
so
even gave up
beautiful.
ice cream for Lent. Like they,
Oh my gosh, I
yeah,
love
they're like,
that.
we gave it up for Jesus. Like it's really
Aw,
cute.
That's
But
beautiful.
I love that. The
Yeah.
power of prayer is
Yeah.
extremely powerful.
I've got a shout out to Carrie.
I
'Cause,
mean-
like,
I mean, Carrie.
like,
she's gone us all
when
through.
I got let go and you referred her to me, and like I was just in a dark place, and she really helped me bring me out of it, like with our weekly sessions. And she was the one who actually guided me, like, because I was always wanting to get back into the church, and she just said, like, why don't you just go church hopping? And like it was like, oh, that's a nice like thing to do instead of going bar hopping or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so that's something I did, and it fit perfectly. Like it's what I needed. And
Yes.
So love Carrie.
I love Carrie. And we've brought her on the show
Yeah,
a
I
few
saw that.
times. And it's crazy because we did do an episode about co-parenting because what Carrie was teaching me through it all was so beautiful. And I was like, no, I have to share this. Like people need to hear how you speak about this. And she and I were having a discussion recently and how many people reached out to her and now are working with her because it was someone's mom who was listening was like then told her daughter, please listen to this episode. And then now she's working with Carrie, but I couldn't have gone through any breakup, divorce, co-parent, anything without Carrie.
No.
Carrie's she is so incredible. And we just love sharing her. And she just transforms your life.
I know I've like referred people to her too.
Yes.
Like you
want to
because you're
share
like,
her. You're
exactly.
like, yeah.
They're like, oh my gosh, how did you get out of it? I'm like, you know what's crazy? Like I've never been someone that's like, oh, therapy or whatever, but you don't realize how many things you actually have that you're fighting on the inside, like that you need to get out into like an unbiased opinion and somebody who's very is very well versed in it. And so it was nice to when you referred me to her, and I was like, I clicked with her instantly.
Yeah.
I felt like I knew her forever.
Right.
You know,
Oh,
and it's
she
funny because when I
loves you.
finally like saw her like face to face on FaceTime, I was like, this is exactly what I pictured you to look
Yes.
like.
Yeah.
So no, she's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, and look how you came back to WWE. Like you owned it.
Yeah.
Such a
queen.
queen.
Yeah.
Queen.
Thanks.
Well,
lady.
literally, queen of the ring.
And then when you guys
right.
come back, I can kick your both asses.
Heck
Yes, we
yes.
love that.
We'll be waiting. Or you're like, no, I'll be waiting. She's still waiting for a call. I mean, we're all waiting for something.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I know.
And yeah, I'm not going to hold my breath, let me tell you.
Hold it. I feel like it.
Yeah. Well, and what's next? So we know WWE, but is there anything next for you?
So for me, right now I'm developing, like I'm building my farm.
Which
I know, which is I'm
love.
super
We gotta
excited.
Ask,
Wait, is
after
there
we
a
need
name?
to share chicken.
It's Grateful Acres.
stories.
Grateful.
Oh my gosh, I love
Acres.
that.
Yeah. So it's something because like it's funny because my spiritual path has gone and my younger brother has gone in his spiritual path, and he's like a father of some beautiful boys, and that actually led him to his spiritual path. So we kind of, and then my best friend since I was 7, we've all had like this come together moment where we're like, this is something we're all called to do.
Wow.
And so my best friend's moving he's moving from California, and he's going to be living on the farm. And my brother's going to build a house as well. And we're going to start like, farming.
Oh my gosh,
You know?
Mom,
My
you
God.
have to be so proud.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is so
Yeah.
special. And does mom get a house on the farm?
Well, she does if she wanted. She doesn't want to leave Cali.
I don't
we
blame
understand.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah. When
She
you're
wants-
used to the West Coast, it's hard to go to that coast.
Yeah.
You know, weather's so different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Moving's rough.
Moving.
But yeah,
is rough.
that's well, wrestling. I still have some like. I want to get back in the tag division. Like I really like me and Candace. Like we've been tagged up, and I like. And that was just kind of like by chance.
Yeah.
And I'm like, gosh, I kind of miss being in the tag division, you know, like it's so much more fun when you're playing off, you know, your partner and having a good
Yes.
time. And so I think during COVID, Shayna Baszler and I really brought like the tags and even with like Sasha and Bailey, like we had
Yes.
great matches and it wasn't in front of anybody.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm thinking like, gosh, we brought such great like energy and chemistry, and I'm hoping that I can, you know, if I'm not needed for certain things, I would love to help in the tag division.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And it needs that boost.
Yeah.
There's so many incredible women and you could tell such fun stories. Like when I think of, we've seen it when we did Team Bella and when all those
Yes.
girls come, we were telling great stories of teams. And that SummerSlam match was epic with 3 different teams.
Yes.
Like there's a way to make it work and a way to tell great
Get
stories.
all the girls
and-
working.
Yeah. And that's what I saw at the Rumble because it was so, I mean, I barely knew anyone, but I was like, there's such incredible talent and so many different characters
Yeah.
and it was just a great locker room too.
what I-
Brie, it was so
Yeah.
fun.
I
They
know.
were so
she talked about it for
sweet.
weeks after.
Yeah.
She's like, Brie, the locker
Our
room's
locker room,
incredible.
I mean, I know whatever the kayfabe world, but like our locker room really wants to come together and like make everybody look good.
Yeah.
That's one thing I do want like everybody to see. It's like, hey, there's a time for all of us to get up and shine. So when it's somebody's time, let's support them as much as we can,
Yes.
do what we need to, and then when it's your time, it's just going to come right back around.
And that's why your air is
so-
thriving.
honestly,
like they're
it's true.
and even the NXT girls, like, gosh, they're stacked and they're great girls, and there's a lot down there that like are really excited to come up. And I'm like, listen, the women's division is going to be in great hands for years to come.
Yes.
Well, and Lena, your energy is like what's like kind of being contagious
But
to all the other
honestly,
women.
yeah.
You guys,
So that's
you need a good
amazing.
leader. Always.
I'll take
Good
it.
captain.
Yeah,
For
I'm
sure.
having fun.
Okay, can you tell our listeners where can they find you?
Nowhere, I don't like it.
No,
you can't find me.
socially.
You can't find me anywhere. You can find me at
Where's
church on.
Grateful Acre?
Yeah, you can find Grateful Acres or at church on Sunday.
There you go.
No, but Brie means-
socially.
yeah,
where
but
can
No.
Brie, how you said it.
I know. I was like, dang, Brie, trying to get stock in.
I
I'm
know,
sure.
Raya,
I know.
Raya,
On
whatever it's
Raya.
called.
my God.
You know, I'm on Instagram. You can find me somewhere.
Yeah. She's
Find
on
her on social.
Instagram at Lena. How do you say your last name?
Fanene.
Fa.
Nene.
Nene.
It's Samoan.
Nene.
Fa. Nene.
Fanene.
Actually, so cool.
Lena Fanene.
Fanene.
Oh, Fanene.
Don't say it like if you had a
Fanene.
Samoan
You
accent.
got to be Samoan.
Fanene.
You've been around enough Samoans.
Oh, I
Yeah,
really
come
have.
on.
Fa.
I feel like I
Nene.
always did the good like warrior dance.
Like a haka.
Yeah.
Wait.
Well,
you
especially
have?
in Brie
oh my
mode.
gosh, yeah.
Brie, I
oh,
think-
girl,
Ask the
Usos.
twins.
If your boob didn't pop out, wasn't going to pop out, I'd say you need to do it right
Yeah.
I know. I feel like I would remember it. But
We
my
did
boobs would
that
probably
one time
fall
in Paris with Santino.
Stop.
It was the Usos, Brie and I and Santino, and it was probably 3 a.m. and we started doing the Simone dance. We were getting crazy. Then next thing I know, we're all slamming each other on the tables.
Yes.
We are destroying the hotel, and they were like,
So
you
bad.
guys need to go up to your rooms. And then when we walk out, everyone's like checking in. We're like, what time is it now? And it was like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. People
Wait.
ready for breakfast.
Do you remember when we were in Spain and we went to that nightclub?
Oh, yes.
And we were having such a good time, right? And there was like this like guy that was like dancing on Nicole or whatever. And then like we're like everybody was pretty young in there.
Yeah.
And then
So young.
because you can go clubbing at like what 15 years old.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And like Nicole, they were having a good time. I think the guy was like
15?
You're so young.
he was like 16 or 17.
You're like,
And
bad
we're like,
boy.
we gotta
Yeah,
go.
we're like, I think Heath was there.
Yes,
I
Heath
remember
was there.
Heath was so out because didn't he have a moment stop and be like, "Oh, we're just young in here."
Yeah.
Like we all were like, "Okay,
We're like, we need to get out of
we need to
here.
get- Who else was there?
Oh gosh.
Our cab was crammed. Stu? Why am I? No,
No, not
maybe
Stu.
Drew. No,
No.
Or like Alexa, that trip you guys were hanging out.
Lexi. a lot,
you guys
but-
were sending
but
me
no,
wine
we only went
pictures.
out. We went out with the guys. None of the
No,
other
because we went to
girls.
dinner and then we met up
Yeah.
with people and then we went to like some random hole in the wall. But it was a nightclub. I think it was like I think Eddie the ref was there.
Those were the days. I
Heath
miss
was
those
there.
days.
Yeah.
I remember Heath so well for
He's
some reason.
hilarious.
He's so funny.
No, we had a good time.
We did.
Oh my gosh. Well, this was so special. Thank you so much.
was.
Thank you, ladies. I appreciate it. You know I don't do podcasts, and I was
I
like,
know.
okay.
You're like, damn it. Why did the Bellas have to ask me?
No, I can't say no to you guys.
I love
Oh,
it. Well, we need to have like a good lunch
Wine
or
sesh.
dinner
Yeah.
soon. And I need to come
Brie
visit
Mode.
the farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Come hang out with my llama, Carl.
And can you all come to Old Red after the show tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Tiffy.
Yes.
That'll be fun.
Because I know she has her then party at like 1 a.m.
Her party's Sunday night.
Oh, it's Sunday.
Yeah.
When I saw that time, I go,
1 a.m.
of course they had asked the 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's a
you can
Gronk
barely-
beach party.
it's going till 4
Yeah.
a.m.
I'm making her come with me though. I'm going to the roast. I
that'll
gotta
be-
roast.
Oh,
Are you
gotta
excited
roast
for that?
people. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
I've never done it. I'm
no.
excited.
When is that?
Sunday night after
And who's
WrestleMania.
getting roasted?
Whoever. Like I can roast whoever I want. It's like
Gosh. I wish I was here for that.
So yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to explain too much, but
yeah.
but it's gonna be it'll be cool. It's gonna be a lot of
Okay.
superstars that are gonna be there like roasting, and apparently like they're like it's like locking away phones. Like it's not like
Oh my
gosh.
I'm so sad I
Yeah.
have to be in New York.
yeah. No, it's gonna be
Okay.
it's gonna be fun.
good.
That's
Yeah.
going to be good.
I know.
All right, everyone. Well, make sure to check out Nia Jax on her social media. Tune in to Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown. Who knows? There's a draft coming up. So we were wondering, where is she going to end up?
That's right.
All right, Brie. Well, what do you say?
And then I say we have some other guests coming up. So make sure to stay tuned on this very special WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.